I would like you to be free from concern. An unmarried man is concerned about the Lord affairs, how he can please the Lord. But a married man is concerned about the affairs of this world, how he can please his wife. And his interests are divided. Same thing for an unmarried woman. Well, it says an unmarried woman or virgin is concerned about the Lord's affairs. Her aim is to be devoted to the Lord in both body and spirit. But a married woman is concerned about the affairs of this world, how she can please her husband. I'm saying this for your own good, not to restrict you, but that you may live in a right way in undivided devotion unto the Lord. Basically, Paul is saying, I'm not trying to restrict you, and I'm not saying you shouldn't get married. He says, of course, if you get married, it's not a sin. But he's saying, because of the present times that we are coming to, he's just warning you that there is going to be trouble ahead. And that what marriage is going to do is have your attention divided. Because, ladies, this is saying here that when you are married, you have to be devoted to not only God, because there are plenty of Christian women out there who they devoted to God, they love God. My life, I sold out for Christ, right? And then church Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, right? And they hardly spending time with their husband, and they think that this is pleasing God, right? No, you have an obligation to your home and to your husband, ladies, right? You have an obligation to not only serve God. So that's why Paul is saying you have double responsibility when you're married. You want to serve God, no problem, but you have to serve your husband as well. You can't be in the church Sunday to Sunday, and your husband home, you have to make your own food. Every time he call you, well, I'm in church and prayer meeting, don't disturb me now. I'm prayer meeting. I can't talk to you right now. Tuesday, call you, where you? We're doing an outreach right now, and right? Ladies, that kind of life is for when you're single. And if you disagree with me, read your Bible. Paul is actually saying it right here. When you are single, serve God with every ounce of your heart, mind, and soul. Serve him. Serve him. You be in church Sunday to Sunday. You take every drop of your last blood and serve God. You have nobody else to study, right? If you are single, ladies, let me encourage you to use this time to devote your life to God. And make sure when you're looking for a man, if that is what you want, make sure when you're looking for a man, it's one who wants to do the same. Because you could want to devote your life to God, and when you get married, you want to continue serving God, but and you go and meet a man who have no interest in the things of God, and it's pressure. He wants you to go to church. He might be a Christian, but it's pressure. He don't want you serving God. He always fighting you down. He wants you home all the time. So make sure you get a man of God who you're all on the same track, that you're all equally yoked. Because being unequally yoked doesn't only mean you're with somebody unsaved. It also is referring to, you could be unequally yoked with a Christian who has no interest. They go to church, they clap or whatever, they play Hillsong in the car, they can talk a good one, but they have no interest in really serving God, right? So here what Paul's saying, ladies, you're single, serve God with your whole heart. But married, and I'm talking to the married ladies, part of your life is to be devoted to your husband. Single ladies, right? If you don't want such a life, don't get married. Okay, we'll go into the submission just now. But to the married ladies, you cannot just say, and it goes not only for devoting your life to Christ, even if you have a career. Now, you could come to an agreement with your husband for a time. Let's say you're doing a degree, you have 1 more year to go, your master's or whatever. Excuse me. And yes, that's for a period of time that's going to end. And so you all could come to agreement as a couple and say, right, and I know you're going to be studying for the next couple of years. We'll shift around things, we'll make things work, whatever. But for your entire marriage, you can't be focused on something and driven and forget your home and forget your husband. You have to be, and Paul is even saying it here, you have to be concerned about how to please your husband and how to honor him. You had to devote your life to him and to God, right? So it's going to be divided. It cannot be lopsided. You are not getting a feather in your cap from God for being in church every single day. if you are neglecting your home and your husband and your children, right? God is not clapping and saying, that's my girl, that's my girl, she loves me. Part of God's plan for you and his instructions to you is to also love and honor your husband. And so you cannot have all your focus on church or whatever it is, might be a career, right? Some women, they're career oriented and that's great. But when you get married, ladies, you have to come to a compromise. You cannot neglect your husband for your career. You have to come to a compromise. It don't matter how much money you're bringing in, right? If you want to be a career woman and neglect your husband, now I'm not saying you cannot be both, but you have to find a way to still have your career and still devote your time and your effort to your husband and your home. Not only your husband, your home too, right? And your children. And if you can't do that, let's say you decide, hey, I want to be a career woman. I want to make as much money as I want. I want to be the CEO of the biggest company in Trinidad and Tobago. You don't have to get married, You could stay single and you could do that. You push. You be the best. You go. But don't go and marry somebody with the mindset of, listen, you meet me, I'm a CEO. Don't come and try to control me now and tell me when I should be home, when I should be doing this, right? That's not how it works, ladies. You could be the CEO of, what's the biggest company in Trinidad? You could be the CEO of BP. You could be the CEO of, I nearly say Petron. You could be the CEO of Royal Bank, BP, Scotiabank, whatever. When you come home, right, take that CEO hat off for me, please, and leave it outside the door. When you come home, the CEO is your husband. You can't tell your husband what to do when you reach home. You can't. It's not about instructing your husband. Yes, I know you're custom managing staff and tell, yeah, go here, do this, yeah, yes, no, not now, I'm busy. Yes, no, come back in an hour, have a meeting, right? When you go home, leave that boss lady attitude by the door. As you reach the doorpost, right? Say, okay, take a breath. CEO, die. Wife, come. Right? CEO, die. Wife, come. Businesswoman, die. When you walk through that door, that is the boss inside that door. That is the boss man inside. You're not the boss anymore. So many women get this mixed up. And all of that is Paul was talking about, right? Now you have a choice, ladies. You have a choice. You could not get married. You could say, well, I just want to live my life how I want. If this is your thinking, ladies, I want to do what I want, live how I want, go where I want, say what I want, dress how I want, be who I want to be, everything is about what I want. Don't get married. It's simple. Leave the people, man, and them alone. Let some other woman who's willing to, devote some time to their husband and home. Let them get the men. You leave the men and them alone. Do what you want, wear what you want, go what you want, say what you want. Do it. But don't get married. It may be that it's just not for you, right? But many people get married without thinking, and they actually go into the marriage thinking, well, this is who I am. You can't change me. This is why I'm a boss lady, right? So you'll be in error if that's your thinking, ladies, right? All right, so let's move on.